Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? It is your boy. It's the Birdman with Birdman Sports. Go ahead and do it with me one time. If you're new to this thing, this is what we do. We're here on the Birdman Sports, Birdman Studios, Birdman Show podcast. This is what we do. So do it with me one time. That's right. That's what we do. Having some issues with my audio stuff. So my music and everything that I normally do with this is not working with for me right now. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is, but we're having a problem nevertheless. But yeah, you know what? We just keep on trucking. That's what we do. Here, everything Birdman Studios. I am joined, of course, with one of my co-hosts, Big Sam. We're still waiting on Richard. Uh, Now we weren't here last week because I just got done that past weekend with the basketball team. We had a busy weekend. We had 3 games. We had one game on Saturday, then we had back-to-back games on Sunday. So it was a very long and exhausting weekend. So I was pretty tired. And then unfortunately, Richard actually had a little medical scare or issue. I'll let him talk a little bit more about it when he gets on here. But he ended up having to go um, and make sure he got checked out there at the ER. So we decided just to take the week off. We decided just go ahead and take the week off and say, you know what, let's just everybody recruit, relax, and then we'll come back for this week. So we are back this week. Like I said, I'm still trying to get things organized, worked out here because stuff just does not seem to want to work today. So yeah, good stuff, good times. Big Sam, how the heck are you doing? You're muted.
Good. I think I was the only one that was ready to go last week, but alas, show did not happen. A lot of basketball happened, but I'm ready this week. Did a little bit of research before the game, for the show. Looking back at some of the games, got some good talking points, I think. So I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
basketball happened this past week. We're definitely gonna get into that. We got quite a few things that I would like to get into. Um, but my first question to you is this, Sam. Before we'll tackle the NBA here a little bit. Pretty soon, football's gonna be starting up again. So my question to you is just off of not even going off of um who you like personally, this and that, just based off of just based off of some of the things the teams have done, like in just in general. Um, who's your dark horse coming into the NFL season?
Ooh. So I'll be completely honest. Typically during the off season, I don't keep up with the NFL very much. So I am kind of far behind on some of the moves and stuff that teams have made, where guys have signed, whatever. Um, One thing though that I will say that I saw, during the draft and during the offseason, the Chiefs revamping that wide receiver core, man. Coming off 2 championships in a row, where we thought their offense was going to be not really up to par. Um, and now you're adding in 2 guys that replace quote unquote Tyreek Hill and what Nicole Hardman did back a few years ago with all that speed. You got 2 guys that can run 4.2s, and then you're throwing that in with Rasheed Rice, Isaiah Pacheco back again in the backfield. Travis Kelsey had a down year with 982 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's a down year for Travis Kelsey. And I mean, he's getting a little bit older, but you still got Patty Mahomes back there. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't really keep up with a lot of the the off-season news. I prefer to watch the games and make my opinions on that. By watching guys play, watching teams play. But Chiefs might three-peat, man.
Look, I am not an overly huge Chiefs fan. I do like what they do. I do like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. I've always been a huge fan of Andy Reid since his Philadelphia days. I think Andy Reid's a phenomenal coach. Sorry about that, but I don't. I think they have the possibility of repeating. I don't know if they will though. The NFL is overall a really good league, and there's a lot of teams that can knock them off. And there's nobody that's actually scared of the Chiefs anymore. Um, but I will say this about the Chiefs: if you're a team coming in, you better make sure you're playing a complete game. Because if you don't play a complete game against them, more than likely they are going to win. They are that good. They're a very good team. I'm not saying that they're not or that they can't repeat. But I think the chances of them actually doing it is actually a lot lower than most people might think it is. I mean, because just look at the Super Bowl. They didn't walk off with the Super Bowl. They haven't walked off with any games as of late. Which tells you that teams, number one, are getting better. They're a lot better. Number two, that like I alluded to just a few seconds ago, no one's scared of the Chiefs. So therefore, when no one's scared of you anymore, they just know, hey, look, we've got our players. We know what we're going to do. We just got to go out there and execute. We can't just give them opportunity, keep getting them opportunities and think we're going to win against these guys because they are that good. But if you play your game, you can beat them because I don't remember what their record was actually last season. Because I mean, it wasn't like outstanding. Um, yeah, so it was like I mean, it was. I mean, it had a. I mean, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not a Chiefs hater by any stretch of the imagination. But what I'm saying is that because no one is scared of them anymore, like it's not like they're like I said, they're not going, 17-1 or because 18 weeks right now. Yeah, so they're not going like 17-1 or they're not coming close to having an undefeated season. They're not like that. And like I said, 100%, it's just simply because no one is scared of them anymore. Um, me personally, I think people really need to watch out for the Houston Texans. Um, that team is actually a lot better than I think people realize. Defensively, offensively. They just added they just added oh god, didn't Diggs go there? Yeah, so Stephon Diggs is now part of that receiving core, and they had a pretty decent. I mean, it wasn't like and it wasn't a receiving core that I would say I'm going on Madden right now, and that's the receiving core I'm getting. Like, right, that's the receiving core I'm taking. Like, if they wasn't like that, but adding Diggs to a fairly decent receiving core with what Stroud was able to do last season, I don't think he's going to have a drop off this in his sophomore season. I think he's actually going to be even better. And the fact that they were able to make the playoffs, um, that really blew my mind. This was wow. It was I don't know. I mean, what are some of your thoughts when it comes to this Houston club?
Oh no, I'm a huge fan of this Texans team, man. I'm a huge fan of C.J. Stroud. I watched him a ton in college at Ohio State, and I mean, he was consistently just throwing dots on a line, man. I mean, this dude's accuracy is unreal, and he can throw a deep ball too. I think that was some of the questions that like people had coming in was like, can he throw it deep? He doesn't really have necessarily the craziest arm, but I mean, he's accurate. He's smart. I think if they can keep him upright, if that offensive line can keep him away from sacks and everything, he'll pick apart defenses with this receiving core, man. You got Nico Collins, who was, I mean, I think he was a rookie last year. So you got another year of experience with him. He was absolutely phenomenal last year for him. Tank Dell, uh, he's coming off injury, but I mean, he was pretty dynamic with him with C.J. Stroud while he was healthy. They had another guy too, I think. Um, kind of drawing blanks on his name, but I know they had another guy that played really well for him. And then you throw in a true wide receiver one with Diggs, man. Yeah, it's going to be a good offense for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think it really is. Now I just pulled up the schedule. This is the schedule. These are all the Thursday night games right now. So we're looking at the first Thursday night game, which is going to be in week two, which is going to be September 12th. And it's going to feature the Buffalo Bills going against the Miami Dolphins. Now, so, Sam, what are some of your thoughts when you look at it? We're gonna kind of look at these games going forward. What are some of your thoughts with that matchup between the Bills and the Dolphins?
I mean, it's going to be two good football teams playing each other early, so there's a lot of things that they're going to throw out that are new things that guys have to figure out. So it's you could see a kind of a one-sided game, honestly. Here, just kind of going off, early game schedule. You don't know what teams are going to be doing, how teams are going to respond to what. But I think this Dolphins team, I think they're going to have a pretty solid run game again this year. You keep those guys healthy, Achan and what Mostert. I mean, Mostert's getting kind of older, but he just came off the best season of his career. I think he led the league in rushing touchdowns. I think you keep Achan healthy. He's a super dynamic guy out of the backfield, man. And then obviously you got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle still out wide, and I think Tua will be a little bit better this year than he was last year. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. Um, so I think the Dolphins are going to be a pretty solid team. Um, Bills, they lost Stephon Diggs, obviously. I think there were a couple of other guys I think that they weren't able to re-sign and released. I think I saw something maybe about like 4 or 5 starters. I think that they did not re-sign. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but it's a lot of new faces there in Buffalo. But you still got Josh Allen at QB, and in my personal opinion, he's one of the absolute top guys in the league. I mean, he's absolutely elite with his arm, with his legs. So he's gonna win you ball games. He turns the ball over a lot, but he also scores a lot of fucking touchdowns too, man. So he's gonna win you ball games. He's gonna lose you ball games, but I think Buffalo will be an all right team. But this matchup, I'd say probably Dolphins will take it.
Yeah, I think you're right with that as far as yes, I mean they did lose Stephon Diggs, but I mean he was still one receiver. I mean he had quite he did a lot. He had a lot of production for him. And I agree with that, but like I said, I just think Josh Allen is a phenomenal. He's a phenomenal quarterback. For whatever reason, I don't know what's up with these new age quarterbacks. They just seem to disappear when they're really needed by their organizations. And guys that just have phenomenal regular season numbers just really disappear. I do agree with about Tua Tagovailoa, whatever how the heck Tua Tagovailoa. Um, Tawa. He is a phenomenal quarterback, and that was one thing. It was crazy because early on in his career, man, like he was just hurt. The Miami Dolphins organization did a horrendous job protecting that young man, and because of that, they've effectively kind of shortened his career. He's I don't know if he's going to be able to play a full, what we would consider a full career as a quarterback, because of the horrible job that organization did, and disservice they did towards him of not protecting him the way they should have. And so I don't know. But I said this a few years ago. After seeing him in a preseason game, I was like, you know what? If this dude is able to actually play, he is a really good quarterback. I did not realize how good he was, and then when he after he had those injuries, the concussions, and then he finally came back, was able to play a full season, and you were actually able to see how good that young man is. Like I was like, wow, like this is crazy. Like, oh, we got Richard in. Hello,
Can you
Richard.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you really well.
Okay, what's going on, fellas? Oh
No,
man,
not. I'm having some issues, anyways. For whatever reason, the
yeah.
music, all the other stuff that I normally do, won't work today. So
Okay,
I got to fool around with that, figure out what's going on with that crap.
all
So
right.
yeah, I'm having such a blast right now. But anyways, we're talking a little NFL. We're kind of going through the Thursday night football schedule. Right now, we're talking about the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins, which is Thursday night on September 12th. We got Sam's thoughts on that. I was giving mine, but I'm gonna go to you, Richard. Well, first of all, how are you feeling, man?
The health is the same. I go to the doctor again for my heart on Wednesday. Wednesday at 1 a.m. 1 p.m. Sorry,
Oh,
Wednesday at
good.
1.
Like, what
So
doctor coming in at 1 a.m.? Good God.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Wednesday
Yeah,
at
like
1.
I
So
said, man, I wanted to check on you, make sure how you was doing.
yeah, yeah, I did that. You get my text? I sent you a text like five minutes ago.
Yeah, it came through. It came through.
Okay, okay.
So
No,
you're
I'm good.
good.
Sam, everybody's good. Sam, you good, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, okay. I got a new Bluetooth, so I hopefully y'all can hear me and understand me. So you said it's San Fran and who?
No, it's Buffalo and Miami is the first Thursday night game.
The first Thursday night game. So that's okay. Then that kicks off the season. I think they said that's like what 101 days from today,
I want to say yes.
something like that.
It's
Ooh,
pretty close.
wee.
And they're playing in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. Um, and that, like I said, I mean, we're looking at this like the stats I pulled up for these teams, what they're projected at and what they kind of were last season. Miami's that ranked first in offense. Buffalo's ranked fourth. Defense, they're pretty
Mm,
much right there neck and neck with each other once again, with Buffalo being ranked ninth, Miami ranked 10th. Passing, they've got this is what's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like Tua is a really good quarterback, and I don't know if people really realize how good he is,
hmm.
but that offense is ranked first, while
Hey,
Buffalo is coming in at eighth, and Big Sam and myself already said, they lost Stephon Diggs, and then rushing, they're right neck and neck with each other once again with Miami ranked sixth and Buffalo ranked seventh. Uh, so looking at that, Rashard, what are you seeing? What are you thinking when it comes to this matchup?
to open the season with that is like that's almost must see. You know what I mean? Like
Right?
the fact that, and I hate that his injuries just kind of stalled his career out. Odell's on the Dolphins.
Mhm.
If if you get a coach that's not going to try to get too cute, because you got a lot of weapons. I'm sorry, you have a nice quarterback. You got Tyreek. You got Odell. Miami has a nice squad. Buffalo Buffalo's underachieved. So Buffalo is kind of one of those. Buffalo and the Bengals are almost like the same. I feel that game one, ooh, game one, I say Buffalo can pull it out.
Okay.
But when I say Buffalo can pull it out, I'm talking about just now he gets to throw to other receivers except for Diggs. He can spread the now somebody else has to step up and earn their check. I think Buffalo though. But I think Miami's gonna have a good season. I mean, it's almost one of those you got to keep Odell happy at this stage in his career. I mean, his resume. We seen what he could do, but
Mm.
I'm gonna say Buffalo. I'm gonna say Buffalo.
Okay, now this brings up a very interesting point of because what you just said brings up a very interesting point and kind of a topic for me. When you mentioned, Odell Beckham, keeping him happy, you're talking about Stephon Diggs, we talk about these star receivers that are within the league. To me, I almost feel like the teams that really have a lot of success are the teams that don't have a necessarily a number one receiver. That
Hmm.
it's done by committee. And to me, I think that's the reason why the Patriots, who was my team, why they were so successful for so many years. They never really actually had a number one receiver until Randy Moss.
So Randy
Now they went
Moss. Yeah.
undefeated. Yeah, they went undefeated that season, but they ultimately came up short in the Super Bowl against the
Yeah.
Giants. So like I'm asking this question. I'll start with Big Sam when it comes to this one first, then we'll hit you, Rashard. Um, what are your thoughts on that when I'm talking about, okay, so is it really necessary to have a number one receiver?
Mm.
Or is a organization better off having four or five, or maybe three, just maybe just three, um, unbelievably solid receivers that can pretty much do any and everything.
I mean, how often are teams really going to have three guys that could produce every single week? Me personally, I'm going to take a guy that I know is going to produce every single week. There's going to be games here and there where he may have two catches for 25 yards. It's sports, man. Games like that happen. Sometimes you just get clamped, no matter how good you are. We've seen Tyreek go for 230 yards on five catches, but I've seen him go for 27 yards on four catches too. That doesn't mean he's not a great player. I'll take that. I'll take that guy over, three guys that are going to give me 60 yards.
You
Because
got
you
one
got one
guy.
guy going for 200, you guys are going to have open guys. They're going to be trying to double him. They're going to be trying to stop him. You're going to get other guys that are going to be open. You'll get another dude that'll have 60, 70 yards. You got a solid tight end. You can get 30, 40 yards out of him. I'll take that number one guy every time, man, personally.
And I would agree with that for the most part. But what I see is the fact that you get these number one receivers that throw the little tantrum because they're not getting the ball. Because the thing is, they're like, well, you're a double and triple team, but you still need to throw me the ball. Or you missed me the last three or four targets. It's like, yeah, but I had a guy that was wide open. It's my problem with it, and I agree with you, Sam. I do agree with you. Don't take it that I'm not agreeing with you. I get it, but at the same time, what you see more of is the sideline issues. The Travis Kelce's yelling at freaking Andy Reid. These other quarterbacks like or not quarterbacks, but receivers like, even Stephon Diggs and him and what oh boy name oh Lord, I forgot his name that quick. Josh Allen, them getting into it. You see this a lot, and even a lot more now than in the past. You see this a lot more, which causes issues with chemistry and causes issues between that quarterback and receiver, or just everybody in general. Because now they're saying, well, you got to give them the ball at all costs. Okay, but the cost is you're not honestly you're not developing your other receivers. Because if you're saying that 80% of your passes need to go to this one receiver, how are the other guys getting any better?
Mhm.
How are they getting into the game situation where you have to throw them the ball? You can definitely count on them to catch it and actually make a play afterwards. They'll never have that opportunity because I mean, they'll never have that game opportunity where that will actually happen. I 100% agree with you, Sam, when you say that, hey, got a guy may go for 200 some yards, but now that they're getting double team or what this is that. Now the other guy may be going for 60, this is that. I get that part and I do agree with it. But at the same time, it's like, is anybody really developing? You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like that's my whole thing. It's like, okay, so now what happens when that receiver goes down? Now you're having to try to build up your receiving core, and you have to do that like mid-season. or heaven forbids that receiver goes down right before the playoffs. And you haven't really targeted any other, because I don't have the stats, but I'm pretty sure that all of us have watched a football game, and the announcers, they bring up a stat where this one receiver maybe has, I don't know, 100 and some catches, like halfway. I don't know. I'm throwing the number out, like 100 catches halfway through the season, and then the rest of the receiving core maybe has like 5. I know it's a little over exaggeration, but like you got one receiver that has 98% of the freaking touches, and you got everybody else that only has like 5 or 6, and then all of a sudden that receiver goes down, and now that quarterback is sitting here trying to figure out how to get everybody else involved so they can do something, and then they just get destroyed by another team, a team they probably should never have lost to. I guess that's my point when I'm trying to make, like, in the grand scheme of things, which is honestly really better. Rashard, I'm gonna let you hit that, talk about that a little bit.
Well, everybody's going to have every team, regardless of how good the receiver is going to have a number one. Now, do you have 2 or 3 other people that are going to be able to step up? That's why I said with Diggs being gone, now who's going to step up for the Bills? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a Bills fan. I could give a damn who they play or their receivers are. I don't know who they are. But exactly, I barely know the quarterback. So you now you get to now it's your chance to step up, do what you got to do, make a name for yourself. My thing is, when you're the quote unquote diva and the number one receiver, I need 0 drops. I need 0 drops. I don't need the Randy Moss. I was open, but this dude over here with the check down 2 yards beyond the first down, I could throw it to him. The tight end that blocked to get you open. It's almost that basketball AAU stuff. You get on those 7-on-7 camps, and just because you're quicker than everybody right now, and then when it balances out, and now you're not running past anybody, but you still think you got it. You don't have it. So, and it's funny because living here in Houston, the Texans, they have Diggs. The Texans got 3 solid receivers and Mixon coming out the backfield. How you gonna do? What they gonna do? What like what? Is that really a number one? Diggs, you already were a cancer at in Buffalo. That's how you ended up in Houston. The other 2 cats were drafted. You know what I mean? Like they don't really need you, but you can help us. But don't come in here with the T.O. mentality. It's all about me, and I'm not gonna put it on T.O. because T.O. played through an injury in the Super Bowl and balled out. So I'm not using him as a bad person. I'm just using him as when they started really throwing that diva around. Like they weren't throwing the diva around when it was Andre Rison. They weren't throwing the diva. They weren't throwing that name around. They started maybe with Michael Irvin, kinda ish.
Yeah.
They weren't. Were they calling Michael Irvin and Jerry Rice? Kinda. Were they starting to say it as far as that? They, hey, give me the ball. I'm open.
Yeah.
But Jerry Rice wasn't. You didn't see Jerry Rice going at Montana like that, or Steve Young. Keyshawn, throw me the damn ball. He has a book. Yeah. Right. Got a ring too. Tampa Bay. So the number one thing is overrated, and it's just one of those, like, everybody's gonna have somebody's got to be your number one receiver. There's not too many teams where everybody's equal, and I really think the Texans are close to a equal squad. Diggs, they got rid of you, bro. They didn't fight to keep you.
Right.
So it's all that. Man, let me get this dog, because if y'all can't tell, Max is trying to be a part of the show. Let's go, man.
Oh,
this is here. Yeah.
No, I agree with both.
He's about to start barking.
There always is going to be at least a number one. Like I said, it may not be like a, you might have like a number one being like, like the next Randy Moss, or your number one is like freaking
right.
I don't know who's a horrible receiver. Like
right. You know what I'm saying? Because is he horrible, or is he just not getting open? And or are you dropping passes in practice to where they don't trust you? This is a game. Now I ain't got time to be throwing the ball to you. You couldn't even make a routine little. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. See, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, Okay, I don't know if you remember, Sharp. Okay, so you remember when okay, we were in New York and like
Yep.
I think I might have moved battalions by that time, but I played for a semi-pro football team up there, the Watertown Revolution. And it was crazy because my first year, like I was still fairly fast, okay? And I was blowing by, and I could still blow by guys. Well,
Right.
there was a particular guy that had joined the team, and he was a DB, and he and I were about the same speed. And so it wasn't until I got with him and our quarterback who was playing for us at that time. His name was Lamont Lane. He actually
Okay.
played for K State. He was a K State quarterback. Well,
Okay.
he and I we all got together, and so we used to run routes and practice, and he practice being a DB, and I was receiver. Well, he was like they both told me like, hey, look, you're pretty fast. However, you do realize you get a little up there in age. And I was like, yeah, I know that. I ain't you gotta tell me that because at that time
Right.
I think I was 33, 32, I think 32 or 33 or whatever. And so that's when they really got me working on routes, and using the change of pace, change of speed, all that good stuff. And that's what I think with a lot of these guys, like you were saying, Rashard, these guys thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna blow by these. I'm quick, I'm fast, I'm quick, I'm gonna blow by these guys, and then you don't realize I'm at a different level. Everybody is basically running the same speed, if not faster than me,
Man,
and you don't
it
change
is
up what your game is and what your style is. What do you think about that?
it is. I didn't play football, but as far as when it comes to speed, physicality, and going up a notch, so I mean, there's different levels. You got middle school basketball, you got high school basketball.
Right,
When I was coming up, it was really just all star. It wasn't really AAU. You know what I'm saying? Little all star team here and there. They weren't taking up your whole summer. But I set the bench in high school because I played around. Very talented. I could jump out the gym and do all that, but that doesn't make you a good basketball player. That just makes you athletic. Then I came to Texas and went to Blinn Junior College. Now, in the early '90s,
I don't know
you
what's
go
going
to a
on there.
JUCO. Mine with the volume.
Uh, oh, yeah, you cutting out real bad, brother.
I can hear you perfect right now. Can you
What's
hear me?
going on here? We're having some difficulties there. I can't hear Richard at all.
Can you can't hear me at
I
all?
don't know what's going on here. I can hear you
What
now.
about now? No.
Okay, now you're back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, now
So
you're back.
coming down here in Texas, man, after playing around, sitting on the bench in high school, not trying to learn the plays, just because I could jump out the gym, I thought that was the key. No, there's different levels. And I come to Texas. Texas is a what? Football state, right? Shit,
Right.
okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know when that myth came out, but man, I came down here, went to Blinn Junior College. If anybody knows anything about basketball alone, if you was coming up in the '90s and you ended up at a JUCO, there's reasons, grades, Prop 48, overlooked, all of that. But the talent that was in those schools, what y'all got out there? That's not Vincennes is not out there. Y'all got Hutchinson. What is it?
Yeah, Hutch Community
And
College.
yeah, things like that. Like now, it's probably just a regular school. In the '90s, if you was going to there, man, hey,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
level, the speed, the physicality. You looking at your teammates like, how are you here? I know why I'm here, but why are you here? So I know that's how it has to be when it comes to football, man. If you're not running
yeah,
by nobody, you're not as strong. And it's one of those. I mean, everybody's not going to make it. You getting your kid up at 5 a.m. to show them work ethic and all that. Hey, you hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
your kid, you can only instill a mindset. And I mean, if LeBron could really give his son what he really would want to have his son be, man, that kid would be awesome, man. The shoes are too big to fill, man. Like, and I say it
yeah,
again, I would have never played basketball. And I'm being honest. I would have played with my dad in the driveway with my brothers and my sister. I wouldn't have took that path, man. That come on, dude. But I mean, I'm being for real. Look at how
Yeah,
many NBA kids like Tim Hardaway's son ain't cold. He's in the league.
yeah.
He not cold. I mean, you can only lift your child up into middle school. After that, you ain't the coach no more.
And the thing is like, look at Shaq's son. Like, when's the last time you heard about him?
You don't, and he's got two. One is going to TSU here in Houston, Texas Southern, and I don't know if that's the one that had the heart issue or whatever. But your daddy was Shaq. Like, what? Man, I'm playing tight end, defensive end for LSU. I'll go to the same school that my daddy went to. I'm keeping it moving, bro. I'm not. I'm not trying to do it.
And his
I'm
daughter
not
is
trying to
pretty.
do it.
Doesn't he have a daughter that's pretty nice though in ball?
Yeah, she's here. She's at TSU.
That's what I thought.
Yes. Yep. She's at Texas Southern. It's like you can't fault him for not being a dad. Like, you know how rough it had to be for Austin Rivers to go through AAU circuits in Florida? You're the son of an NBA coach, but your daddy did play in the league, and Doc was a solid point guard.
Yeah.
I watched Austin Rivers. You know how they do the Christmas tournaments during,
Oh,
during Christmas
mhm.
time, his junior year out in Florida. That kid was faster than everybody. He wasn't taller than everybody. Man, Austin Rivers was a bucket.
Yeah.
You get to that next level. I think, like everybody else, he should have stayed another year at Duke.
Yeah, he probably should have. He probably been. He definitely would have been better served
You
at,
know,
at
it
Duke.
just changed his stuff. But you can't get mad because his dad brought him on the team that he played for. I mean, what type of father is not going to do that,
He knows he can trust him.
right? Yeah, I'm going to get my son a check, whatever.
Yeah, I
So
yeah, I agree with you. Sam, what are some of your thoughts on that?
Man, I've been seeing a lot of discourse about guys like living up to their names, in terms of like their fathers who played in the league or whatever. Not everybody's gonna be as nice as Shaq. You know, LeBron's kids are not gonna be as nice as LeBron.
nope.
And it goes on with many other athletes' kids. Um, I am gonna say this though, Marvin Harrison Jr. was and is the best receiver that was drafted in this year's draft. That kid's
I like it.
special, man.
I like. I like it,
Yeah,
Sam.
that
I
kid is
like it.
special. I
I
don't want to
like
hear
it.
about this. I don't want to hear about this Malik Neighbors. I don't want to hear about this Rome from Odunze or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. No disrespectful. I don't want to hear about these guys. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going
I,
to have a better career than his father.
hey, man. Hey, yeah, yeah. And they look. Did you remember? Just think about how much NIL money they try to get that kid to stay at Ohio State. Man, I'm like, what? But your daddy was in the NFL. You're not really struggling for money. You know what I mean? You grew up in a gated community. Nobody's the
Yeah.
average person ain't knocking on your door.
Right.
So he was like, man, I'm out. He don't have that. He don't have that. He don't have that fake struggle like Michael Irving's son tried to do.
Oh
Tell me
yeah.
y'all heard about that. His
Yeah.
son was trying to rap or something and talking about Michael Irving like, boy, you grew up in a gay man, shut up. Stop. You didn't grow up like that. You didn't grow up like that. T.I. son, I know I'm going off top. T.I. son, you didn't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
you're
you're
not four
right.
years young. You're not 4 years younger than your daddy. Let's just start with that. So there's been a gap from when your dad had to grind and get that contract. Come on, man. You ain't living in you didn't boy. You're not living in Cabrini Greens in Chicago because you keeping it real. Oh, keep it real if you want to. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
What Dave Chappelle say when keeping it real goes wrong?
Hey, one, the best skit. One, oh my gosh, when keeping it real goes wrong, man. You got you just they wanna appease other people, and you didn't grow up like that. Stop, because I'm
Rashawn,
brown
Rashawn,
skinned. I grew up in
that's a
the
whole nother
hood.
subject, a whole nother
Man,
show.
let me tell you this. My daddy was an officer in the United States Air Force. Ain't nothing ghetto about me. Zero. My house that I'm in now is way smaller than the house I grew up in. Suburbs, baby. Suburbs, baby. Yeah,
The
no, I don't
bird.
know nothing about no syrup sandwich. Zero, none of that. Why people try to portray to be something else? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well,
I just don't.
it's the old adage, the old thing that like they it's okay to idolize certain people and certain things, but there are certain things you should stay away from just in general because of what you just said. You
Yeah,
didn't go through those type of things.
none of that.
If you're talking about rappers or any type of artist,
They're
whatever,
kids.
what
Yeah.
yeah, what they're doing, okay, like they are talking about their life, their lifestyles, or things that they're actually lived. They have actually lived, and you get these other idiots like their kids talking about, yeah, I do that. Fool, what are you talking about? You talking about struggling eating McDonald's off a dollar menu? We ain't ate at McDonald's in
Bro,
since you were born.
you was getting dropped off by the nanny every day at school.
You're like,
You
what
you
the? Come
you was
on now.
you was not on nobody's yellow school bus. Like, stop, man. Like, and to bring it back, and that's what trips me out when it comes to sports. And you can see what kids. This is my point of view. You can see what kids was raised by their uncles on the basketball court. I'm gonna use basketball only because I didn't play football.
Right.
The toughness and so on. So, Carl Anthony Towns, don't you ever tell nobody you went to Kentucky. You better say you went to Western Kentucky. All that damn crying you doing. Uh, Jamal Murray, you went to Western Kentucky also. All that damn crying you doing. What? Just because you get touched in basketball does not mean you get fouled.
Right.
I don't. The crying is amazing. How you go 0 for 8 from the 3-point line and you steady? How that coach ain't fired today? You know, fired the coach in what you call it mid-season in Milwaukee before the All Star. He had a winning record. How this dude, man? I know we talking football, man. Don't even do not, Sam. I'm gonna always get off topic. I'm just gonna tell you now. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
0-8. Do you really think I'm about to watch Tim? You think I'm really about to watch you go 0-8?
No.
After the 2 or 3, I'm gonna be like, bro, just go to the hole. Now, when you
Right.
say something smart to me, I'm gonna be like, now I'm gonna curse. Like, motherfucker, you missing? You ain't made a goddamn shot. Shit, you rolling your eyes at me, motherfucker. No, take your ass to the hole. Coach, get him. My fault. That's a true story that happened to me in college before I did this.
Listen,
And,
that may be off subject, maybe off topic, yeah, but you know how we do here. That's something I tell my players now. For the team I coach, I own everything. Try to say six. That's the same thing I tell them. It is like I've got a player, phenomenal shooter. I mean, this dude, like Rashard. I'm telling you, man. If you get a chance, go check out the YouTube channel for the team and watch some of our latest games. Like this kid, his name's Javon Relaford, aka Magic. Um, Phenomenal player. I mean, this cat can go.
is he trying to go overseas or you
Yeah,
just what? What?
I'm trying to help him get overseas.
Okay.
And he definitely can. He's definitely gonna be able to make it. But the thing is, sometimes he gets into that mode. Like I'm telling you, this dude one of the games we just had like a couple weeks ago, he went on I think it was a 21 nothing run by himself.
That's hot.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Give me the ball. Give me the
But then
ball.
here's the thing. He went 0 for 7 his next 7 shots because he was trying to shoot threes. And I grabbed him. I grabbed him. I said, If I see you shoot one more damn three, I swear to God, I'm gonna pull you out the game." I'm taking that
Yeah.
jersey off your back. I'm ringing it around your neck, and I'm hanging you from the rafters. Go to the
Yeah,
hole.
it
Use
is
your entire
it
arsenal.
oh my gosh, bro. It to see this dude do that last night, I'm like, but and I'm always gonna bring this up. That's why I text you what I said. I had money on the game. Guess what? I won. I didn't have him making 3 pointers. I had him shooting 3 pointers. Well, guess what, buddy? Field goals attempted. Yeah, for the whole game. Yeah. I just need you to shoot. I just need you to shoot 9 of them things. He already missed 8 threes. I'm in the clear, baby. Yes. I won. Appreciate you. Like, man, oh my gosh, bro.
Oh, oh
It
Lord
it
Jesus.
it I don't even know where we at anymore. We just gonna talk sport. It amazes me, man. It bothers me to watch these athletes the way they're getting paid. The crying has got to stop.
Yes.
Vladi and goddamn Alonzo Mourning started that damn crying. Vladi and Alonzo Mourning started that crying. The whole European, this right here, I'm so sick of
Yeah.
this little soccer. I'm so sick
Yeah.
of this shit. Luca does it all the time. Joker does. I'm sick of that shit.
What
And
do you
then all
mean?
this
What you mean?
crying and
What do you mean? I didn't do
dude,
nothing. I did nothing.
I did nothing. I don't get it, man.
Yeah,
I don't get
I'm
it.
with you. And thing is, that has really it's you see it in almost every aspect of almost every sport nowadays.
Everything, every
Like I have that problem even at the level I coach at in the minor league semi pro circuit. Like I have my players are doing that stuff all the time. Like, yo, would you shut
are
up?
they
They're like,
flopping?
"Well,
Are they
well,
flopping in your league? Anybody flopping? Trying to get
first
the
of all,
call?
let me tell you something. These fools they don't even want to come close to taking a charge. What are you talking
Okay,
about
so
flopping?
that ain't even that's not even a
What you talking about flopping? Come on now. These fools
my
like
my
Rashard, if you've ever I don't know if you've ever watched a game where like it looks like a dude is actually trying to like going to try to take a charge, but they just bail out, like, and it looks
Olay.
so horrible.
Mm,
Like that's what it looks like. I'm telling him like, yo, if you're
no.
gonna take a charge, take a charge. If not,
My
wrap him up, foul him something.
right. My boss. She just went to Greece. One of her foster kids plays wheelchair basketball.
Okay.
She said they were flopping. I watched. She went to Greece. She literally flew it. She said, I watched one game and I was done. She said he was acting like he was going, not her son per se. One of the guys was acting like he was going to fall out the chair. Wheelchair basketball? I'm not making this up. I'm not laughing. I'm not grinning. I'm being very serious. This lady told me this Friday. And I just looked at her like, hmm, okay. It's out of control.
They flop. What are they acting like? They getting flat tires?
I, can I get the Joker? I don't know. I don't.
I did nothing. I did nothing. I wrote this
Yeah,
way. I wrote this
man.
way. He
She
wrote that way.
said, she said, dude got hit on his arm. He just laid back in his wheelchair. I said, all right, I got so many jokes for that, but I'm not even gonna be. Nope, gonna be professional in here. Not gonna do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
speechless.
on that
Yeah, on
note,
that note.
we're gonna take a commercial break. Because I can't with that. I can't.
Dude,
I'm listen, I
I'm
already know.
so serious.
No, I already know I'm going to hell. I'm trying not to make it as bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to at least get a way to where I can at least
Well,
get
I
a
mean,
family like a
if
pay myself.
you, I mean, are you going first class or are you going Spirit? Like Southwest doesn't have first class, so you might be able to just board Group A and just leave your bags at the door, bro. Somebody might mess some paperwork up. I used to be in HR. Somebody might mess your paperwork, but like, oh, we got the wrong one. Come on, brother. Come on back. It's called reincarnation. I'm just trying to throw that out there in case. I'm just saying. Just leave. Don't take. Just take a backpack, bro. You ain't got to take like all your shit to hell. Just get you a backpack. Was that JanSport? Shout out to JanSport. Ain't that the company that makes the backpack?
Oh God, help me.
Dude, just take
Okay,
a
okay.
carry
So
on, man. If you going to hell, just take a carry on. Don't act like you about to be there the whole time. You might have did
I
some BS at the point. Get your carry
listen.
on.
I'm just listen, and Des, I don't need your help because you gonna be in first class with me. I listen. God, oh man, that hurt my soul. That really hurt my soul. Just I'm trying not to.
I got,
It hurt my
I got,
soul,
yes,
Rashard. It hurt my soul. Like
I got my bag right here. My carry on right here, man. I got my bag right here. I just got it. Got the tag on and everything. It's right here. Let's get it. It's about to be hot boy summer. Yeah, let's go. Sam, it's about to be hot boy summer. Let's get it.
let's go.
The grass might be greener. You never know. I ain't never been to hell before. I've been to Iraq. That's the closest thing to hell. I've been to
That is
Iraq
that is pretty
with
accurate.
you.
That is very accurate. That's very
So
especially Kuwait with the sand. I tell people all the time, Kuwait, man, it's like having somebody with a hair dryer blowing right in your
yeah,
face and then throwing
blowing right in
sand
your
right
damn
behind it.
face for 15 doggone months.
Yeah, and just throwing sand up in it so you get the little
Like,
pelts
oh,
thrown in your
we
face real
forgot.
quick. Okay, listen. Okay, on that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Okay, this commercial is gonna be brought to you by W Energy Drinks. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna go drink some holy water. Instead of having some this little
Might
this.
not be holy. The damn sure ain't no water. It might not be holy, but this damn sure ain't no water.
Oh, for the love of God, Jesus help us. Okay, we'll be right back after these messages from W Energy Drinks.
Hi, I'm going to tell you about Dubby Energy Drinks. Dubby is an energy drink you mix at home. No jitters, no crash. Dubby is formulated to give you focus and energy. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and electrolytes, including the patented oil. No caffeine, no sugar, no flavors, no artificial colors. So if you need something to give you energy to take on the whole world, Dubby Energy is what you need. Go to dubby.gg. That's DUBBY.gg. Use promo code Birdman Show for 10% off your orders and tell them the Birdman sent you.
Yo, what is up? How is everybody doing? It is your boy, it's the Birdman here from the Birdman Sports Podcast. Do it with me. That is right. We're here talking sports, talking just about anything and everything we want to. Don't even matter anymore. I think we start off with NFL, and then I don't know what happened after that. Next thing I know, we are we're just in hell. I will also say this, Rashard. When we do commercials, please mute your mic.
I blocked the whistle call it.
You turned the camera
Yeah.
off. That was great, but you didn't mute your mic. You
Yeah.
did all kind of
Okay,
banging and
well let's go
everything.
back to let's do it again. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
I'm not running back a commercial, man. Just came back.
Get the sponsors what they want. Shit. Let's run it back.
Oh Lord Jesus, this man. Oh God.
But
Oh,
you
so
heard the
this.
ice. I mean, my bad. All right. I got
Yeah, we heard it all. We heard it all. We heard it all. It's all good, man.
it.
Don't don't need to trip on it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. You already know how we do it. And for those who don't know how we do it, get comfortable because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Uh, yeah, like I said, we were talking NFL. Um, and I'm sorry, but that you know what I thought about when you started talking about that, man? I started thinking about that movie. Um, what was it? The Ringer with John Knoxville.
The ringer. Got it. Got it.
When do we get
Johnny
ice
Knox.
cream? Like to think that these kids are in there and like that's what makes even though it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's so sad because that the flopping and all that acting crap has crept all the way into something like that. Something where
Yep.
it's like almost impossible to flop, and they're still flopping or attempting to. Because that's what
Yeah.
these kids see.
Yeah, it's bad, man. To draw the foul, just like, come on, man. If you're gonna take the charge, take the charge. Don't
That's not. I mean, I don't know.
you
You
trying to
talking about what's
sell
wrong
it?
with me? What you this comment here? There. What are you talking about? What's wrong with me? You already know what's wrong with me. I got problems. We know this. It is what it is. But like seriously, like to know that they're actually doing that. Like and the thing is, I know you. I know you way too well to know that that's not even something you would even remotely make up.
Oh no, you talking about the wheelchair joint?
Yes.
Oh no, that was for real. I didn't laugh when I said no. That was a real conversation I had Friday. She just I was like, like, yeah. She said she watched one game. She said that was it. She said when I saw that, she was like, I was done. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Awesome.
Mm. Okay. We're gonna move on. Okay. So before we started punching our tickets to hell, we were talking about the NFL Thursday night football schedule. We're gonna move on to the next one because we've only done one. So we're gonna move on to the next one, which
When I got
is gonna
13
be
minutes, I got to place a bet. But go ahead, go ahead. Don't mind me. Just saying.
God bless America. Okay, so this game is featuring my squad, the Patriots, who they've been struggling. I am a little sad about the Bill Belichick era being over, but at the same time, I think it needed to be. And I think they need to move in a different direction. But they're gonna be going against the New York Jets. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never really been a huge Jet fan. They've had some teams that I've liked, like certain players have played on that team that I've liked. Um, and I think they were moving in the right direction. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there was nothing more satisfied in me. And I don't wish anything. I don't wish ill upon anybody, except maybe one or two of my baby mamas. But I don't really wish ill on anybody. But
But I need to
when
turn my mic off. Oh, okay. But, all right. You sure right.
oh god. Anyways, there was nothing more satisfying to me than to see what happened to Aaron Rodgers happen to Aaron Rodgers. Because he literally held the Green Bay Packers hostage for at least 4 years. With this, retirement crap, moving on, this and that. But at the same time, he was following the same footsteps of
Right.
the guy that was before him, which was Brett Favre. Brett Favre
Mm-hmm.
was another hostage, hostage taker. But
Mm-hmm.
then to play the first game and in the first quarter you get hurt and you're done for the season, like that was awesome. I thought that was freaking awesome. Now my question to you, Rashard, we're gonna start with you on this one. What is your prediction for these two teams in particular? They're going against each other. This is probably for me, even though I'm a Patriots fan, this game is probably the least thrilling to me whatsoever to watch
Oh, you
these
talking
two
about the
teams.
prediction for the matchup, not the season.
No,
You
both,
talking
both. I want to know
um
what you kind of feel for both. With how they're going. Um, First of all, let's talk about this game. What do you think? Because looking at this, they're both ranked basically last in NFL and offense. Now the crazy thing about it, their defenses are actually pretty decent. The
right.
Jets being third, Patriots being seventh, and then you're talking about passing and rushing. They are horrible.
It, it's gonna go. For me, it's gonna go down to, do we get the leak that Aaron Rodgers is working out with his receivers in California, or they're at a high school field in New York? It's going to go to that. Like, did he reach out? He's older. He's a Hall of Famer. if you are a receiver for the Jets or tight end, running back for the Jets right now, left tackle, man, you need to be in the weight room. You got a chance to just play for the dude. No, you might not win it. AFC's ridiculous, so
Yeah.
we ain't gonna talk Super Bowl. But you got a chance to make an impact, and like, man, I could always trust that kid. He too, you know, whenever I threw it to him, you got to get it. The Patriots have done enough to where, and don't take this the wrong way, but you will. Y'all about to be the Cowboys, man. 10, 15 years from now, y'all gonna about to be talking about, man. Remember back in 2000 song when Tom Brady was the quarterback? Yeah, that's what's about to happen.
What you talking about to be? I'm like that now.
That's what's gonna happen. So I think the Jets, but the Jets got to be right, and you have to get, and I hate to say it, you got to get your Jordan Love. You got to get your Jordan Love behind him. Like, bro, I didn't feel Wilson. You got to have some real conversations, man. You got to look around the league, man, and get a backup quarterback. That what they call it, a gap filler or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Got to do that.
A
Yeah,
bridge.
yeah.
But
Hmm.
now, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Got to address this comment though. First of all, myself and my co-host, there's nothing wrong with us. We just really say what everybody else is thinking. That's Rashard more than others. I mean, I do quite a bit.
And
I just don't do it on live
I
air.
just,
I,
I
I do it to your
yeah,
face. I'll say it to your face,
uh,
or
yeah.
call you, or I might post a video and put it on your Facebook feed. But no, anyways, we I agree with you on that. I am like that now when it comes to the Patriots and some of the stuff that's going on with them. Um, like I just they like I said, I love Bill Belichick. He was phenomenal for the organization. I just think that he had a little too much power, and not enough people checking him, telling him, "Hey, no, I don't think we need to do this. We do need to do this." I think that went along. That went way too long. That I think there should have been something in place that would help the organization out a little bit better. He's still a phenomenal coach, all time coach. Especially what he's able to do. But once again, like I said, it is what it is. Big Sam, what are your thoughts?
Man, I think the Jets are going to be a pretty solid squad if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy. Honestly, man. I mean, he's still playing pretty good football. You know, we were talking about number ones earlier. I really want to see a full season of Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson, man. That's
Yeah.
going to be a special connection. Garrett Wilson is a phenomenal player. I mean, he got 1,000 yards last year with Zach Wilson as his quarterback, and whoever that other cat was that came in, late in the season. And then, I think too, you have a productive offense. That defense is going to play even better for you.
Hmm.
I think there was a lot of discourse last season with the defense not necessarily playing well. I mean, they still were, but maybe some plays where they were just like, eh. But it's because they know that offense is going to go three and out. They know they're going to throw a pick, whatever. So I think that defense will play a little bit better for you this year. Um, I think Jets will be a solid squad. I think Jets are going to win this game also. The Patriots, man, I really like Drake May, but he's going to be a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
How well can you protect him? How well can you scheme things up for him? You know, and it's not always on teams to develop guys. It's on guys themselves too. So is he going to be in the film room? Is he going to be throwing
Right.
balls after practice to receivers and stuff? Um, but I think with kind of the way the Patriots are going, Drake May and the organization are going to have to do whatever they can to make that an attractive place to become. For free agents, can they draft well? Um, It's going to be a lot, but I think Drake May is going to be a solid QB. I really like his game a lot. Um, I think it's going to be a tough couple years though for the Patriots, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, I mean, I can agree. I can get down with that. Yeah, I can definitely get down with that. So it'd be interesting. I'm interested. There's a lot of teams I'm really kind of interested in, especially even though I'm not a fan of either one of these teams that we're about to talk about. I still am. I'm very intrigued to see how they are going to do this year. And I'm talking about the Cowboys and the Giants. I'm not a huge fan of either one of these teams. I will say about the Cowboys and even the Giants, they've had some teams in the past, that I've liked. And I quite honestly, even though I'm not a fan of the Cowboys, I actually like the team. Um, the team is actually a solid team. But their problem, a lot of it was, I think just Jerry Jones he's a little too involved. And I'm not talking about a good involved. Like Mark Cuban is involved with his organization. He's an owner, but he's a good involved. He's not like you're not seeing a bunch of scandals. He's not like overstepping his
Yeah.
boundary when it comes to coaches
Yeah,
and
look,
just stuff like
he's
that.
in the same city. He's in the same city
Yeah,
as us, so he sees what people say about the Cowboys owner. You don't want to be
yeah.
that.
So my thing is like they've had like if he would have just shut his mouth and left things alone, they could have had Jerry Jones for at least maybe they could have probably won maybe another
Jimmy Johnson.
3. Yeah, yeah, Jimmy Johnson. They could have won at least another 3 Super Bowls. I think they could have won another 3 Super Bowls, but after that, after he left, that team completely broke
Yeah.
down. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Well,
and ever since then,
Barry, what? So what is it? Okay, so Jimmy won 3, and then Barry only has 1, right? Switzer.
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I
So
believe
yeah,
so.
2 to 3 more. You're right. They'd have been a draw. People would have wanted to come. Emmett was
Yeah,
at top notch. Aikman was top notch. Uh, Irving. I mean, just the people that
yeah,
they had. Like man, Cowboys had a
yeah.
squad, man. They had a squad. Like
And
say
this
what you
squad is
want.
definitely better than I think this squad is definitely better, a little bit better put together than even the squads they had when they had Tony Romo for those runs. But my question is and always will be Dak Prescott. Um, I think he is a talented quarterback. I think he really is. I think he's a really good quarterback. But my question is he the guy that can actually get you to the promised land?
No, that's already hit his ceiling. There's nothing. You're not going to get anything else outside. Dak's not going to get faster. His arm is not going to get stronger. So what you have to do then is change offensive coordinators. So then they're still going to kill you with the checkdowns. So he's already hit his ceiling. Just be solid. Ride this thing on out. Get your money and keep it moving. You're not going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. You're just not. You're
I,
not. You're not a super fast quarterback that's going to decline to where even at 70% he's still faster than everybody. That's it. What is that going to do? You're gonna have to get a whole nother receiver to,
and
to
thinking
to
about
to
Dak,
make him look good.
if he actually takes a page out of Nick Foles' book, somebody like Nick Foles or who was the quarterback at Baltimore when they won their Super Bowl?
Oh, Flacco.
Flacco. Yeah, Flacco.
Yeah,
Like all you have to do
yeah.
is, basically manage the game, but
Manage the
just
game.
be
Say it at the same
accurate.
time.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
accurate and don't force anything. Like I think that like when they were successful was when they were when they were calling the plays and they were able to put him in a position. I think a lot of Dak's failures comes from the staff, coaching staff, well, the head coaches and the offensive coordinator.
Football IQ.
Yeah, like why are you having him do all this other extra stuff? And like when they were successful, he was hitting those check downs. If he didn't have it right away, what I'm saying, he didn't have the check down, he would take off running. He was making smart plays. But when they got behind or this and that, when teams were able to jump on him, and they had to rely on him and that arm and him just making the right play. they failed every single time. So like my question is like, why do you keep going against the grain and having this man do all this crazy stuff? Because when I'm looking at this game, this is going to be a horrible game. Like it's either going to be a really bad game, or it's going to be one of those games like, oh wow, neither one of them can move the ball. It's a defense stalemate. It's going to come down to the last freaking play. Because on paper, the Cowboys should walk. Honestly, on paper, the Cowboys should walk through almost every single team in the NFL. Their offense and their defense is that good. Like they should be walking through almost every single team they run into. But every single game, it's like, well, who are we getting? Like which Dallas team are we getting? Which QB are we getting? You know what I'm saying? You got CD Lamb. I mean, that boy right there. That boy right that boy is phenomenal. Like how like, and the thing is, the only thing that stops CD Lamb is his quarterback.
Because he's already reached his ceiling. He's done.
That's what I'm saying. That I think the only thing that stops CD Lamb is his quarterback right now. And his quarterback's the reason why his quarterback's holding him back is because of the play call.
But CD Lamb has to put on that face and still, no matter how he feels about Dak, CD Lamb has to. You're playing for more than just this contract. Don't be the dude disrupting anything. You slaying slick shit about your quarterback, or you doing that little young stuff. Just go out there and be a professional, man. He didn't look at you. He only threw you. You only got 5 catches. Like Sam said, you got 5 catches for 42 yards, but them 42 yards got us to the goal line, field goal range, all of that. It's the hey, look at me era. It's the Steph Curry era. Steph Curry done fucked the damn whole NBA off. I don't know what the hell Miles Turner think he is. And Cat winning the damn 3-point contest. You point shaving. Come on, man. Get the hell out of here. You 0 for 8. I swear to God, I've been in a college game and Buddy missed his first 3 shots from the 3 because the University of Illinois was guarding him. His name is Davin Harris. He went to Bloomington High School, and we ended up playing college together. And I had to say something in timeout. I said, what the hell? Coach, he's missed his first 3. He calling his jersey number coming down the court. I'm supposed to go set a pick for him. I looked at the big man like, I'm not setting the pick. So if I don't go set the pick, guess what? The whole place fucked up. Oh, well, all he's going to do is run around the baseline and go to the wing and get the ball again. Damn this pick. I'm not setting it. You missed the first 3 shots in a college game. I'm like, I called the timeout. This is a true story. Parkland College in Champaign, Illinois. I called the damn timeout. The coaches are looking, the referee, they're like, number 22 called it. Because what are you doing? I said, bro, y'all already put it in his head, the University of Illinois, which is 10 minutes away from us, is recruiting him. Y'all done messed his boy head up yesterday. I said, how's he calling his jersey 3 times in a row? I said, I'm not doing it. So we had an inbounds play. I'm supposed to get the ball, throw the ball to Dak. I get the ball, I wave him off. Now, I only got so many seconds to get across the line, so I had time to be bickering with you. I waved you off, go. The pass is supposed to go to the wing. I pump faked it and faked like I was going to go to the dude on the wing over there and threw it to the dude in the post. Dude in the post missed his shot. He got fouled. Guess what? He hit both free throws. Instead of Davin missing a 3, we got 2 points. Coach tried to pull me out of the game. I had some words for him because I come from a long line of cursors. And guess who didn't come out of the game? True story. I don't even know if we won. I was so mad at that dude, like, this dude here. But guess what? He ended up going to the University of Illinois. Davin Harris. Pull it up. Early 90s. Anybody who's want to fact check me? It's a guard. Bloomington High School. I can tell you now. Played with Ron Curry. Ron Curry went to motherfucking Arizona. Arizona coach left, and he went to Marquette. You know the damn game is on. I was late,
I
so I can't. I can't.
yeah, yeah. Lord Jesus. Yeah. I don't even know where we're at.
Say that.
Okay, so let's
I was
let's move on
colder
to
than
it.
he was too. Damn, I was better than you. Hey, you know about the HBCU? This went to Illinois, Big Ten school. What the fuck are you? Fuck. Shout out to the HBCUs. Yeah, should have been there.
Uh,
Should have been.
yeah,
I should have
Rashad
been a
is having
scrub.
he's having a
Yeah, I
therapy
should have been.
moment.
I should have been a scrub at the University of Illinois with like 8 minutes of playing time my whole career, but I played. No, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Don't judge
Yeah, he having a moment. He missed his therapy session, so he's doing it with
me. I got it next week. Don't worry about it.
he's
I'm
doing it with
trying to
the
get that
Birdman
100.
Sports
I'm trying to
podcast
get that
family.
100%, baby. I'm trying to get that 100%.
Okay, let's move on. I want to talk about week one, the matchup that a lot of people are talking about, which is going to be this is a Thursday night. I think it's the Thursday night game. Yeah, um, yeah. So this is going to be the matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Now their last matchup, the last time they played, which was September 19th, 2021, Baltimore ended up pulling that game out, 1 point game, 36-35, in the meeting they had in Baltimore. Um, I'm kind of excited for this game. I think it has the potential to be another shootout. But I don't know. I'm starting to, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Baltimore right now. They have they have the makings of being an excellent team. They have the makings of being a Super Bowl team. But for whatever reason, they can just never pull it out. Big Sam, let me ask you, man, what are your thoughts on this matchup? And what are your thoughts on just Baltimore in general? Because we talked earlier in the episode about Kansas City, and how their run is, and what we thought, if they're going to maybe three-peat or not. But what are your thoughts when it comes to this matchup, Sam?
Man, listen. I mean, teams are different every year. We look at this matchup and we assume on paper both these teams are going to be really good next season, and I think they will be. But like I said, teams are different every year. Games are going to play out different every year. You know, if the Ravens and Chiefs play each other every year for the next 10 years, it's going to be different games that happen, different teams that are playing. It's different guys, whatever. And you said it's week one. This is a week one matchup. We don't know who teams are going to be. We know that the Chiefs are going to have a really revamped receiving core. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be a really good passing offense. We got to see how the season goes. See what kind of schemes they can run up, see what stuff is successful for them week in and week out. And it's like the same with the Ravens. You know, um, I think they're going to be a really good running team again this year. That's how they're built. That's who the Ravens always are. Lamar is, in my opinion, absolutely special in the backfield. I think he can really sling it when he needs to. I've seen him go for 400 yards in this, four passes. He can sling the rock for sure, and we all know what he can do with his legs. He is absolutely special. Running the football, obviously. So it's going to come down to one: can the Ravens stay healthy? It feels like the Ravens always have really good teams that always get just absolutely derailed by injuries, and I'm not talking just like one guy. It always seems to be like four, five, six guys that they're down. Key players. Um, so can they stay healthy? Can guys on the outside, receivers, can they make plays? Can they have a number one guy? I feel like they're one of those teams that, kind of like we were talking earlier, may have like three or four guys that can go for about 500, 600 receiving yards on the year. but are they going to have a guy they can really go to and trust? Mark Andrews could be that guy at tight end. He has been with Lamar, his whole career. He's been absolutely special. I think he's one of the better tight ends in the game. So we'll see, man. But it's week one. Teams are trying to figure themselves out while trying to figure out their opponents. So this matchup can go either way. It could be a 42-38 type game, or it could be a 17-10 type game. You never really know week one. So it'll be interesting to see, and I'm excited to watch it though.
Okay. Rashad, what are your thoughts?
No, he nailed it right there at the end with when he said the scores. It could be this or that. That's like that really summed it up. I mean, because this week one, you don't know. You might have a rookie in the backfield. You know what I mean? And then now it's a real game. Like okay, I feed off of him. He's gonna try to jump the route. So a week one is like, all right, you got that. You run off four, and then you lose three in a row. So the week one thing is interesting. I think Baltimore also has. I think they hit their ceiling unless you can get somebody that's going to really block for Jackson, which he doesn't. I'm not going to say he doesn't need it because he can outrun everybody. But while Sam was talking, I was thinking of this: how many mobile quarterbacks have lasted to where they can walk away on their own terms? Mobile quarterbacks. Was Warren Moon really a mobile quarterback, or was he just black?
It was black. Really
Okay.
black.
Randall Cunningham was mobile.
Yes.
I don't know if he walked away on his own terms.
I think he did.
Michael Vick.
He was the only one. He was the only one I could think of, honestly.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make everything a black white thing. I don't want everybody to be like, oh, here we go with this shit. But I'm being for real. Like mobile quarterbacks, okay, they give you the Steve Young. I'm looking like, okay, I never saw it, but okay, got it. Like next you're gonna tell me Eli was mobile? Like stop. Kitna. Don't get me started. But how many mobile quarterbacks is really last in the league? That's why RG3 is crying now, trying to get nobody fucking with you. Cam, you didn't die for the ball in the Super Bowl. Your shit is over with.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that dude with that.
Yeah, like, come on, man, you was a monster, bro. Like, so you wonder why some of these teams, and I don't agree with the whole. And I'm glad Lamar got his money and proved motherfuckers wrong with the whole switch position. I'm glad he didn't do that. I saw a video today. There's a kid out here in Texas. I think he might be a sophomore. This kid's like he's big just like a college cat. Quarterback, colleges one. And they showed the colleges up there.
Mm.
They want him to change positions. I'm like, we still doing that? We still doing that. This kid's throwing 55 yards flat-footed. But he's agile as hell. When I find the video today, I'll try to send it to you tonight or tomorrow. It's like, what? Ain't nobody asked Tom Brady to be no goddamn tight end. Sleight of foot. Ain't nobody asked him. His ass to block. Ain't nobody asked Tom Brady to be the left tackle.
Yeah.
He like, we need you to run the slot. Ain't no Jason Sehorns out there. Man, do not get me started with that conversation. We need you to go ahead and change positions. So I've been playing quarterback since I was in Pop Warner, all the way through high school. You recruited me mainly as this, just because I can play two-way. That means I'm athletic as hell. And now you want me to go play what? A position that I haven't even. My coach threw me out there because We ain't gonna play a good team, and I'm athletic enough to recover if the dude beats. Miss me with that shit.
I mean, I can't argue with you.
Miss me. That's why I'm glad, and I don't give a damn if he becomes not that good. Kyler Murray, F that baseball, dog. Go steal this NFL money. Go steal this NFL money.
Yeah,
Why would you even subject yourself to AAA baseball? You know how hard it is to get out them damn AAA, single A, and double A's?
Yeah, it's
Bruh, you
I
got to be
played.
a monster every game. There ain't
Yeah,
no, oh, he just didn't hit the ball. Ain't nobody giving a damn about, oh, he caught 3 fly balls. No, let's see what his bat. Let's see what this bat's looking like.
yeah, yeah.
You can't even hit against pro level pitchers. You don't, I don't, you're nothing to me.
And
You
see,
got to be on.
I'm glad you said that because I remember when I got out of college. I actually when I got out of college, I had moved to Wichita, Kansas, and this is probably about 3 years before I joined the military. Got out, moved to Wichita with my oldest daughter's mom, and I was there working at the cable company, and ended up running into a guy that actually, I mean, he's quite a bit older than me, but remembered me from Independence because he grew up in Independence, and he watched me
Okay.
play baseball when I was young. When I was younger, and I was talking about all star baseball player. Best position was shortstop. I could play. I played every position except catcher on the field.
Mhm.
I batted left and right handed. Was the first player to ever hit an inside the park grand slam. That tells you about how fast I was. By the time the ball hit the ground and hit the fence, one hop to the fence, I was already rounding second.
Second base. I'm gonna say you should have been second, but I played against you in basketball. For those, I've played against Tim. I played with Tim, but before we went to Iraq,
Yeah,
I ended up on an opposite team somehow, some way, whatever.
I don't remember what it was.
I consider myself to be a tall person that's fast. When
Yeah,
I tell you, and I can be honest, and I'm not blowing smoke. One, he can shoot, so you have to respect that.
right.
One, he can dribble. He's not going to AI you to death. He's going to do the basic fundamentals and put you on the hip. There was nothing I could do. I could contest the shot. I'm not going to tell you if he made or missed it. Tim is way faster. So when you said earlier that the dudes were like, you getting older, and you talking about that was maybe before the military, man, we was at the big gym. At Trump, man, Tim was
Oh
going by
god.
me. I'm looking like, man, too much pride to call. Hey, Sam, too much pride to call for help. You can't say that shit out loud. Oh, no, I'm not doing that shit. And Tim was, I'm on his hip. I know the move. He grew up in the Midwest like me. I grew up in Illinois, so okay. Fundamentals. Stop, hesitation. He's gonna pull. He might have missed it, but guess what? He's not double thinking like, oh, I can't make the next one. Same move. Now he's a shot from further. I'm like, really? So now I'm gonna press up. Oh, well, I figure you're a big man. You can't be as fast as me. I'm gonna pump fake and go. I'm like, this a bitch. I just all I could do was just guard him. All that let me lock him down type 5 minutes into the game. I'm like, no, no. Hey, read the room, man. Read the room. No. Tim, all bullshit. Tim fast as hell. Tim could be if he got on the baseline with some of his players right now, he ain't coming in last. And I don't know his
No.
players. He's not coming in
No.
last. And I'm talking about on a hold down and back.
No, yeah, I'm definitely not. No. Even now,
I'm being honest.
My body hurt.
I'm being honest. Down the back? Nah. You're not last. One, too much pride.
Yeah.
And then once you can feed off that person who is in front of you, now you're looking at these other cats like, boy, I'm 20 years older than you. You need to be ashamed of your. Yeah, now you get to really talk. But my fault.
Well, okay. Yeah, okay. So you say that, right? So okay, so
No, I'm being for real.
last season, I ended up having to actually play a game with my squad because I didn't have enough players. And mind you, Rashard, I hadn't been really on the court or playing prior to that for like 8 months. So I ended up putting a jersey on. Luckily, I had some shoes. I wore a different pair of shoes than I was going to wear, or I wouldn't have had any balling shoes. Dude,
That
I
court is
stepped on the court.
big.
Yeah, I stepped on the court, and Sam was there. Sam was playing in that game. I stepped on the court, and like first shot, almost to see what you were talking about. I came off of a double screen, came up on the left side of the court, caught the ball, ripped that bad boy through. The guy kept going. I took one dribble, pulled up. Yap. First shot. Not even having warm-ups. First shot.
No, I have played with and against. Oh yeah, that's on bitch. Yeah, he's trying nice.
But then I ended up getting 2 and 1s right after that.
Oh, so you really feeling yourself at this point. Would you finish with a hot 10 or 12? Would you finish with a little smooth 10 or 12?
I had 12.
You see what I'm saying? See how it didn't overblow it? Would you go 22? I'm like, oh, we probably just a 10 or 12 because you would know what you was doing, facilitating, moving cats. Now you're really on the court. Hey, eye contact, moving them with your hands, moving with your head. Hey, he gonna overplay this.
Yeah,
I know the game.
And the thing was, it's crazy. I took, I think, 2 shots in the second half. Made one, missed the other one. But the thing was, what kind of sealed the game for us was, me helping direct traffic on the offense, but more so on the defensive end, directing traffic, getting rebounds, hitting guys. Saying as soon as I got the rebound, I told my guys, if I kiss a rebound, you better go, because I'm launching it.
Yeah. Do me a favor. The next practice you have, I need you to take your guard, whoever your starting guard is, or your backup guard, and I need you to take their position because I did it when I coached. I need you to take their position on the floor, but I need you to have him 1 to 2 feet behind you.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk to him, but you're going to be like, I need you to be 1 to 2 feet behind me. And you need to run whatever plays y'all doing, all of that, and run. And I need you to point. I need you to eye contact. Trust the pass. It will eventually click. I stopped running plays when I was coaching because you know what? That bullshit 5 passes. I don't know where the hell that Midwest French Lick, Indiana shit came from. That is the dumbest shit. Because if I got 5 people that can play real god dog on defense, I'm gonna tell the person, play off of the first pass, and now we're gonna jump every route. Where you gonna throw the ball at now?
Right.
So all I did was situational basketball. You gotta be smart.
Yeah.
Damn, we're gonna run 3. First of all, I didn't pay attention in high school. That's where my ass at the bench. That's why I ended up at HBCU. I get that 3. So do I go? Do I go to the free throw line? Everybody in the Midwest won flex. That's the dumbest fucking offense. It's effective if you have a god doggone shooter and a big man.
Yeah.
Everybody else is irrelevant. If you situational basketball with some athletes and implement the Princeton offense with some athletes.
Yeah.
That dude was a genius, dude.
Yeah.
That dude was a genius. You run the Princeton offense with UNLV with Larry Johnson. They win in multiple championships.
Oh my God.
Stacey Augmon and Larry Johnson. You had George Ackles, you had Grant, Anthony Grant bringing the ball down, and Greg Anthony. Come on, man. You winning more than one. You're not losing to Duke.
Yeah.
You're not losing to Duke in '92.
Yeah, they had Hunt,
Anderson Hunt, Moses Scurry, all of them boys. Yeah.
Stacey Augmon on that squad.
It was an overlap. Yeah, Stacey Augmon, Anthony Hunt, Keith and Boobie James.
Yeah.
Moses Scurry. I mean, it was just an overlap. Yeah. And then they had the cat, the cat that was the Bob Sir before Bob Sir. What was the white cat that played at UNLV?
Oh,
we ain't gonna remember his name. He was not. Hey, very nice, very nice. And they featured him like Bob Sir, like they did at Florida State.
Yeah.
You put, bruh, don't. Nah, when I say basketball, I don't know nothing. Football, I just know he crossed the goal line and he scored. I don't know shit else. I can make it sound good. You want to talk basketball? Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's
Let's,
get it.
you want to talk
Okay.
basketball? Let's get it.
So I'm gonna ask you both this real quick question. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna talk a little bit of NBA before we get up out of here. But I'm gonna ask you both this question. So we're gonna look at this real quick. We got the NFL standings. This is from last season. So we're gonna talk AFC. You got the AFC East, AFC North. We got the AFC South and West here. Let's talk real quick. Let's talk AFC East, AFC North. Okay, so Bills went 11-6. Dolphins went 11-6. The Jets, I still don't remember them winning 7 games, but I guess they went 7-10. The Patriots, my Patriots went 4-13.
Man, they
We
won
go to
7?
North.
Wow.
Huh?
I didn't know they won 7. I didn't know.
I didn't either. I did not realize that.
Oh.
So yeah, okay, cool, awesome, that's great. Ravens went 13-4. Browns were 11-6. Steelers were 10-7, and the Bengals went 9-8. Now I want to touch on something real quick.
7?
Yeah, but the thing is,
That ain't a bad
that
season.
Tom Coughlin has not.
That's not a bad season.
Mike
dude.
Tomlinson has not had a losing season his entire career,
Nope.
and that's rarely talked about.
10-7?
Yeah.
No, they tried to fire that dude last year. He wouldn't have went. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Never has had a losing season. I just want to bring that up because I don't think it's talked about enough. Okay, so talking about the East and the North right now, the AFC. Do you think this picture is going to pretty much stay about the same, or do you think there might be a little bit of movement with some of these bottom teams that are within these conferences? You think there'll be maybe a little adjustment going on here? We'll start with let's start with Big Sam first.
How about Sam? Yeah.
Man, pull up that East again. Yeah, no, it's gonna look different this year. A lot of those teams had some movement, with players and whatnot. The Bills, like I said earlier, they didn't re-sign a bunch of guys. They're gonna have a whole new look team. I still think they're gonna win probably 9, 10 games. Dolphins, they're probably gonna be about a 10 to 12 win team again. I think the Jets are gonna be a lot better though. Like I said earlier, I think they're probably gonna be a good 10, 11 win team. And Patriots might win like 5, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not really expecting huge things from Patriots. They might win 5 or 6 games. We'll see. But man, I'm a Steelers fan, so I've gone my whole life with winning football. Regardless of if they're 8-8 or if they're 12-5.
Right.
That AFC North, man, last year, and I think probably this year too. That's a tough conference. I mean, the Bengals were 9-8. That's the Bengals, man. That's Joe Burrow.
Hey, Sam, who was the quarterback last year for the Bengals?
Joe Burrow for part of the season, but Jake Browning.
No, but part. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
who? How many games did Burrow? I don't know. I don't know this. I'm not putting nobody on the spot. How many games did Burrow play? Did he play more than 5?
He didn't play that many. I mean, he probably played about 5 to 7. I think.
That's what I'm saying. And we talk about the Bengals had a record like that. Like, who the hell was their quarterback?
Like dog, and the Steelers too. I mean,
oh man, yeah, y'all had a little gauntlet. My boy out here is Steelers fan, so I get to hear it all the time. Yeah, man.
Well, even me as a Steelers fan, I was surprised they won 10 games.
Damn, I didn't know that too. He just read it off. Like, they won 10. Damn,
they do.
That's a good season. Hey, they went to the playoffs with that 10, right? Or did they get snubbed?
I think they was in the wild card, if I remember.
Okay. Yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah, like I said, that's to me like I agree with Sam. That North, man. I mean, you look at what those guys did, like that whole little division right there, is nice.
No, go ahead, Tim.
No, I was just saying that I think there are definitely going to be some different movements, different looks.
It's
But that North is
it's
going to be nice. Go ahead.
the AFC is the ACC from the mid '90s. It's a gauntlet.
Yeah,
Basketball. It's a
yeah,
gauntlet. It's we ain't got to break down north south. Did it like seriously? NFC. You got a couple of squads. AFC is the ACC of basketball, and it's funny because everybody wants to say the SEC of football. The SEC only has three squads that really do anything: Bama, Georgia, LSU shows up to the party every once in a while. Don't nobody pay attention to who else? Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
don't even want. That's why I didn't even use the SEC because really, why? SEC got everybody but a quarterback.
Right.
They
Yeah.
last couple of years, they quarterbacks are decent. They're not stellar. You winning all this, but the AFC. I mean, it's just you can see Buffalo making a run, even though they got rid of Dix. You can see. I mean, I would love to see Lamar Jackson win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Just from all the stuff you hear about pre-draft and his mom or so and so's his agent, keep it in the family, though. You know what I'm saying? You got enough
Mhm.
athletes, no matter what the color is, people fucking over them with their money
Mhm.
because they got a good gift of gab. That right there is horrible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the NIL shit's gonna turn like that too. There's
Oh
gonna be some
boy.
people with some slick talking. It's gonna be like that. But the AFC is a gauntlet, dude. You trying to tell me the Dolphins can't do nothing? Man, Bengals, Bengals, like Sam said, I want to see a healthy Aaron Rodgers the whole year.
Yeah,
I
I would
would
like to
love
see
to
that.
see a healthy Joe Burrow, healthy, and then look how America, sports media turns so quick.
Oh man.
The golden child, Jaguars. They damn near making him a bust. He ain't no bust, man.
No.
Build around the cat, man. Build
That, and
around
that's
him.
and that's what we're gonna
Build
talk about.
around him.
Where we at here? So yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about with the next one with the AFC South and the AFC West. Because you got the Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Titans in the South, and you have the Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers in the West. Um, Definitely was very pleasantly surprised with the Texans, and Big Sam and I were talking about them earlier. They Stroud, man, that dude is phenomenal.
Nah.
And then I look at like I'm really starting to look at this because you got Stroud for the Texans, you got Trevor Lawrence for the
Yeah.
Jaguars, Richardson with the Colts,
Best conference in the
and
AFC. I'll say
yeah,
it. Best
and
conference in the
then
AFC. Go ahead. Yep.
and who was what's his name for the Levis?
You
Yeah,
got what? You got Willis. You got Willis.
Yeah, Levis for the Titans.
Levis. My fault. I said Willis. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Man,
look
they
at that
got.
South, and look at the quarterback situation that South.
Look at the quarterback
All
situation in that.
young, really good
Yes.
quarterback.
Yeah. You about to face that during divisional play? Come on, bro. Them
I'm
boys
just,
there.
and then you look at the West. I mean, with the Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers,
Chiefs.
you got
It's just the Chiefs.
it's really just the Chiefs because
It is.
you got
It is.
Bronco Nation. Let's ride.
The Chargers. The Chargers are never gonna. The Chargers are underachievers.
Yeah,
I'm a Raider fan. We just happen to be in a new stadium. It's like Denver. Really? Atwater ain't coming out of there. Elway ain't coming out of there. Peyton ain't coming out of there. Shannon Sharp ain't coming out. Who the hell these motherfuckers got? It's the Chiefs.
it's really it. That division is. I mean, they were the only team
That's it.
they were the only team in that division that had
They're the only team that's
division win.
relevant. That's relevant outside of Okay, and I'm gonna say this for my own personal sake. Outside of Herbert, man, I don't know no motherfucker on the Chargers.
Uh,
Not up top. Is Buddy that is Khalil Mack a Charger still? You see the
yes,
silence? You see the silence?
I think
Yeah.
he's still there.
It's the Chiefs, man. Okay, we can
Yeah.
go ahead, bro. Oh, my bad. I just want
No,
to throw
you're
that
good.
out there.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I mean, that's 100% right. But what I'm saying, like with that South, when I look at the NFL overall, that South has the potential to be the most
Yes.
dangerous division
Mm-hmm.
in football.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've like I said, all four of those teams have really young quarterbacks who
Young
are all
quarterbacks,
really
man,
good. Because Richards
with the
Richardson
potential.
got hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Rich 11, one of them cats. Yeah, one or two
Yeah.
of them cats got hurt.
Yeah, I don't
Come
remember
on,
if
Pritchard.
Levis got hurt, or they actually. I don't think
Somebody got hurt.
they didn't really start playing him until towards the end of the season.
The Colts quarterback got hurt.
Yeah,
Who was that one?
Richardson.
Yeah,
It's Anthony Richardson, right? Yeah,
yeah, because
he
he went
got
to
hurt.
Florida and then he went to Liberty or something
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
Troy or
I don't
something
know,
like that. Yeah,
something weird. But yeah, he got hurt, and so therefore that kind of derailed. But he was on his way to probably
yes, he
be
was.
the
He was
conversation
going
for
to
rookie of the
challenge
year.
Stroud. He was going to
Yeah,
challenge Stroud for the Rookie of the Year. I'll go
mhm,
ahead and say it.
yeah,
You damn right.
and he's good. I think he's going to be pretty good. I'm hoping he comes back 100% from his injury. They don't screw him over like they did, like aforementioned RG3. Um, I hope they don't. I hope they allow him to come back from his injury and he's able to perform at a high level. But all four of those teams have a very bright future. And
Mm-hmm.
the Jaguars, even only going for 9-8, they have improved every single year since Lawrence has gotten there.
Yeah,
Um,
they gotta build around that cat, man. You can't. This cat can't just go out there and just
no,
sling the ball back to, like we said, who's the number one receiver of the Jaguars? Okay.
Ridley,
Keenan McCardell don't play there no more, but I'll go
yeah,
ahead and wait though.
Calvin Ridley.
Really, that dude didn't give me no money last year. I lost every time I bet on that bastard. To hell with him.
That's because he was
And not
betting on
being
himself. Anyways,
fuck really boy. I
oh
lost
god,
money fooling with him. That hurt
okay.
when you said that name.
All right, let's jump to the NFC East and NFC North. NFC East, we got the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, and the Commanders, who finally actually got a name. And then you got the North with the Lions, Packers, Vikings, and the Bears. Cowboys, I think they'll have like the same regular season they always have.
Yep.
But the question is, are they going to make it out of the playoffs? The Eagles I think they're still going to be good. The Giants, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to look like. I really wish they would kind of move on from Daniel Jones. I don't know why they keep hyping this dude up. And the Commanders, they also have a pretty good young quarterback. I can't think of his name. What was his name? Huh? Yeah, Sam Howell.
Oh,
So they've got a good quarter.
what's his name? What's his name?
Sam Howell. And he's got a strong arm. He's got a really strong arm.
Yeah. Okay.
So that I don't know. I think the Cowboys and the Eagles are still going to be the top of that division. But I think the Commanders, maybe even the Giants, can make a little noise. I'm hoping they have better seasons than what they did. I hope that division comes up a little bit more. And then, like I said, I'll go ahead and jump to the North real quick with the Lions, Packers, Vikings, and the Bears. I'm very interested in seeing this division. Mainly because of the Lions and mainly because of the Bears. Because I really want to see what's going to happen with the Bears, especially acquiring their new quarterback in the draft this
Caleb.
year. I'm ready. I'm really waiting to see about that. Okay, so when looking at both these divisions, we'll start with you on this one, Rashard. When looking at those two divisions, what are your thoughts on those squads?
Lions got to stay hungry. They got to keep the momentum. The coach got them where they need to be. The Lions are right there, just like the Texans were last year. I'm not gonna say they came out of nowhere, but you could kind of see the momentum.
Mhm.
So The Lions, they're ready, man. Packers are ready. I mean, that division is it's actually it's a sneaky good division. The Lions just need to they gotta fight, man. They gotta go that extra, man. They've been down so long. When I say down, like losing seasons, and
Mm-hmm.
you're still playing on Thanksgiving. You're not really winning, and they're right there where the city wants them, the fan base. I figured it's the Lions. They got to own the division. I don't give a damn about the rest of them teams right now. As of today, the Lions got to own the division. And you said the other ones, Cowboys and Eagles. They're going to be the top heavy with them two, but no one's scared of either one of them.
Nah.
Giants not scared of them. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the tush push. That's great. CeeDee Lamb, he starts crying like Big Cat when he don't get the ball. Jack didn't look his way. So you just have enough other players on defense that can hold the Cowboys to a winning record. The Eagles are solid. Everybody else is trying to get to where the Cowboys and Eagles are in that division. That's all I got.
All right. Big Sam, what about you?
I'm of similar thoughts when it comes to that East Division. Cowboys will probably win the division again. They're going to win 10 to 12 games. Eagles is going to be about the same. They're going to win probably 10
Yep.
games or so. Giants, I feel like they're probably going to stay about the same. Um, they were horrible defensively. I don't really think they improved that side of the ball very much. Um, Offensively, Daniel Jones won't. He's not going to turn the ball over. That's really about all he's good for. He doesn't throw interceptions a lot. He doesn't fumble a lot. He's a little bit dynamic with his legs, so he can kind of add that a little bit. But he's not the greatest of pocket passers. They don't have really a ton of guys. They don't have Saquon anymore. Giants are probably going to be last in that
Oh,
division, in
that's
my
right.
opinion.
Saquon's the Eagle.
Washington, you just got to let Sam Howell be Sam Howell, man. He's a gunslinger. He's going to either throw for 450 or he's going to throw for about 170. That's how it's going to be with him. But at the end of the year, he's going to throw for about 4,000 yards. But I don't think they're really going to be a team that is going to be on anybody's radar. They probably win about 6, 7 games. Ain't nobody worried about them. With the South though, right? Or the AFC, NFC North. Man, I watched a couple of Packers games last year, and Jordan Love plays some really good football. He's really a solid young QB. I really enjoyed watching
Yep.
him. I watched 3 or 4 Packers games last year, and it seemed like every game that I watched, he was playing good football. Um, so I think if they can have a decent run game, that's a young team as well, and they got some playoff experience. They beat the hell out of the Cowboys in the wild card,
Yep.
so they'll be a solid squad. I think they'll probably win about a good 10 games this year. Maybe see a little improvement. Lions, I think they're still going to win the division. They got to improve the defensive side of the ball. That was their weakness last year. They have an absolutely dynamic offense, and Jared Goff is, he's my guy. Honestly, I really like Jared Goff and the way he plays. He's a good football player, good quarterback. Definitely deserved that contract that he signed. Um, so if they can improve defensively, we'll see what they can do. But they'll most definitely win the division. Vikings, man, ain't nobody worried about them. They got worse this year. They got Jay Jettas, but that's about it. Bears, it depends on how Caleb Williams plays. Is he really going to be that good of a quarterback, as a rookie? I think he's a great player, but he is a rookie. but they did do the right thing. I think the Bears by surrounding him with a lot of guys. They got Keenan Allen now. He's gone for 10,000 yards in his career. He's a good, solid veteran guy to have on the outside. DJ Moore is dynamic. I know I mentioned him earlier. Roma Dunze, he's a rookie, but he is going to be a solid receiver. He is pretty good player. Cole Kmet. So they got some guys. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bears do. I really don't think they're going to necessarily improve that much this year. Maybe win another game or two, but it's going to be a lot of growing pains with that team. So we'll see how it plays out, though.
I
Yeah,
agree 100% with that.
yeah, I do.
Yep.
That's great. That was a great breakdown. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Um, there's a lot of factors that goes on with this, but like they say, this is why we play the game. And like one of my favorite NFL movies, any given Sunday, football movie is just awesome. Any given Sunday, any given day, you can get beat. But let's jump to the South and the West real quick. You got the Bucks in the South, the Saints, Falcons, and Panthers, and then in the West you got the 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals. And when I'm looking when I'm looking just at the records alone, like ugh, like ugh, like this just. I mean, you got the 49ers and the Rams were the only two teams that were able to get double digit wins. Then you got the Bucks and Saints and the Seahawks. Um, there was only three teams out of those two divisions combined that were able to get to 9 wins. Th- what are some of your guys' thoughts when it comes to these? Because I think 49ers they're still going to do what they do. I don't know about the Rams that much anymore. Um, I just don't know. Um, I'm just not 100% sure about them anymore when it comes to a lot of this stuff. Because there's a lot of questions with Stratford. Just with that, honestly, with that offense in general, I think they got some really good receivers though. Cup is still Cup. The other kid they had that came up, um,
Acuna.
Acuna, yeah, he that dude's phenomenal. He's
Yep.
like another version of Cup. So
Yes.
I think that the receiving core is solid. And the Seahawks they played in the games I got a chance to watch. They played actually really well. They just had some tough breaks, and then of course they ran into a few teams that they just had trouble with. The Cardinals, uh, I'm almost kind of over them.
Yeah.
The whole Kyler Murray situation there, I'm kind of over them. When I look at the Panthers, in fact, I'm jump back up. Look at the Panthers. I think if Bryce keeps improving like he did throughout the season, I think they actually will be a pretty decent team. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs next year, but I
Right.
think they're going to be a pretty decent team if they
They'll move
continue to
into the
build.
right direction.
Yeah,
Yep.
and even with the Falcons, I say same thing about the Falcons. Um, if they can stay healthy, and keep playing the way they've been playing and improve and improve that, keep trying to improve that roster, I think they'll be pretty solid. Big Sam, we'll start with you with these two. What are some of your thoughts when it comes to these last two divisions we're talking about here?
And that that South, I don't want to watch any of that football. I'll be honest, man. The Panthers, I don't even know how they won 2 games. They might win three this year, but I don't want to watch them play football. The
Yep.
Falcons, I mean, shit, they got Captain Kirk now, my boy Kirk Cousins. I think he might lead them to about 10 wins, honestly. I think the Falcons will probably see the best improvement in that division just because of that with Captain Kirk. Um, and they got some pretty dynamic guys on the offense. We'll see kind of how they look defensively, see what they can do with what they got there. Saints is probably going to be about the same. I'm not really sold on the Buccaneers. I think Baker really overachieved last year. I think, don't get me wrong, I think Baker's a good quarterback. He'll win you some games, but I just don't really think he was a number one pick type of guy. I think we'd be talking about Baker a lot differently if he was drafted in the third or fourth round instead of with the number one overall pick. I'm not really excited about that division. I don't want to watch any of that football. It's going to be bad football being played all year mostly. 49ers are going to do what the 49ers do. They're one of this, era's modern dynasties. They're going to win, 11, 12 games every year. They may underachieve in the playoffs, whatever. It's hard to win, man. So I never really fault teams for that. I never fault guys for that. I think the Rams are going to be pretty solid, man. I think Matthew Stafford is one of the best QBs to ever play. I think he's still playing well. Cooper Cup and Puka, I mean, they're a pretty dynamic duo. They actually had a really solid run game last year with Kyron Williams too. So if they can replicate that, I think they'll be a troublesome team. You don't have Aaron Donald no more, so you're gonna have to figure out some ways to get stops defensively. But they're gonna be a solid squad, I think. Same with the Seahawks. I think they've got a lot of guys that can make plays. Sometimes the ball just don't fall for you. You know, so Seahawks had a couple of tough games. I know I watched. So it just depends on them. How well they play. I think Pete Carroll's not there anymore. Correct? Am I tripping about that?
Pete Carroll's gone, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. So I mean, long time coaching change. We'll kind of see how that plays out. But they got some guys, and like I said, with the Cardinals, kind of like you were saying too. And I don't want to watch them play. Like I said, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be an absolutely phenomenal player. I'll tune in to watch him because he's that special. Um, but other than that, I'm not really excited about what the Cardinals are going to be putting out there. So we'll see how it goes. But I think those are my thoughts on those two divisions.
What about you, Sean?
To make it brief, I mean, I'm pretty much Sam kind of said it when he was calling. I'm like, damn, you're right. Yeah, I don't really care to watch them. I think the Falcons will maintain. You know what I'm saying? I think the Falcons will maintain. Carolina's not going to do anything. Um, the West, San Fran, right?
Uh,
It's theirs. Like I don't see anybody else just stepping up. San Fran made some good little drafts. They got a good little off season so far, and we haven't even hit the preseason yet. So a lot of those divisions are not good. Like I said, that's why I say the AFC is really the cream of the crop in the league. The NFC is, I mean, who? San Fran, Detroit. What? Who else after that? Are we really going? We're gonna throw Atlanta in there as a consolation.
uh, sure. I mean, sure.
Minnesota,
Yeah,
no.
no.
Seattle, like
I don't know.
who?
When it comes to a lot of these other divisions and other teams, there's still a lot of questions about these teams. Um,
Seattle got the same quarterback. Who's Seattle quarterback?
it's still Gino, and
Is it Smith still?
yeah, I think so.
Okay. Who resurrected his career? I mean, like, damn, okay. But like you said, Cardinals, that's not an exciting look. That's not an exciting draw. Like, oh, the Cardinals playing the so and so this week. Like, it's not a, it's not going to be a good look. So I'm interested to see what the Falcons are going to do, though. Realistically, is it going to be a no big thing, or is it going to be a big thing that Penix is there, and y'all just paid that man all that money?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it, I'm kind of wanting to see, that it's just like, you know, driving by a train wreck or any type of accident. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be looking. You should pay attention to something else, but it's just hard not to. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That's the only thing we can say. We'll see. Okay, so real quick,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna ask both of you. Okay, Rashard, who are you picking for the Super Bowl? Who are the two teams you picking to be in the Super Bowl, and who you picking to win?
San Fran, Chiefs. San Fran wins it all.
Hmm. Okay, you got the San Fran and the Chiefs. San Fran wins it all. Okay, okay, I can get down with that. Big Sam.
We'll throw the Chiefs in there. Um, I'll go Chiefs and Lions. I think Chiefs
Ooh,
will win.
love it. Love it. Love it.
You said
Steelers gonna win about 12 games, win the division though.
okay. I mean, I can get down with that. So Sam saying Chiefs and Lions, right?
Yep.
Chiefs and Lions. Chiefs win. That's from Big Sam. I'm writing this down. We're gonna review this. Shard's got San
49ers
Fran
Chiefs.
and Chiefs.
Yep. 49ers win.
Okay, you got 49ers and Chiefs. 49ers winning. Okay. All right. Um I'm going a little differently here. I think that this is the year Baltimore gets past the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Baltimore is going to go to the Super Bowl. I do believe that San Francisco is going to make it back. And I'm giving the edge to the Niners. I think overall, offensively and defensively, I think San Francisco is just they're just too much. They're just too much to handle. Um, I just think they're just too much. And Purdy has gotten better every single year.
Hmm.
And now that you've actually made it to the Super Bowl and actually got to play meaningful minutes and you weren't hurt, I think now having that experience, I think it does. I think that propels them to a Super Bowl win. So I'm picking the 49ers. Like I said, that I think Baltimore will get past the Chiefs this year. Um, but like I said, we'll see. We'll definitely see what's going to happen. Um, okay, so I was gonna take a quick break, but you know what? I think we're gonna wrap the show up because I just want to talk about real quick the NBA playoffs real quick. We are now in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. Um, and the thing is, it's crazy because I mean these series are pretty much almost over.
Hmm.
Um, you got the Celtics are leading 3-0 on the Pacers, and you got the Avs that are up 3-0 on the T Wolves. Let's talk Mavs T Wolves first. Well, no, let's talk Celtics Pacers because that game's going on right now. Um, do you think Rashard that series over tonight?
Yeah, they don't have Halliburton, so it's over. They just got to hit their stride, and once it becomes a 10 point game, Boston will finish it out. Early third quarter, they'll finish it out.
Mm. I mean, I can't really argue with that. Having Halliburton out, it does really hurt the Pacers a lot. It's amazing how much of an impact he has on that team. Big Sam, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that Tyrese is out. Um, Boston though, man. I knew that this series was going to be a Boston series to win with how horrible the Pacers were defensively. But my God, man, they put up 130, 116, 115, back-to-back games, all like that. They're just different beasts, man. They are just different. But I will say,
Hold
shout
on one
out to the
second.
Pacers for that Game 7 win in the Garden. Highest field goal percentage ever in an NBA playoff game. That was an absolute pleasure to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted it to be a shootout, but what a masterful offensive game that was.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was a phenomenal game. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see the Pacers having enough to really contend with the Celtics. They're playing at a different level. Uh, Jalen Brown lost his mind. The other gay, I think it was game three. No, game three. Yeah, we went off of 40, tying his playoff career high. They're playing at a different level. They're moving differently than even from last season. So I'm very I'm of course I'm thrilled because I'm a Boston Celtics fan, but I'm enjoying watching them play. Let's jump over to this Mavs and Timberwolves series. I'm shocked a little bit, but at the same time, I do kind of understand it. I did not think that it was. I did not think Dallas would jump up 3-0. That I did not think would actually happen. I thought it'd be more of an evenly played series, but at the same time, with the fact that you have Edwards who's so young, um, and the fact that sometimes that Big Cat he tends to disappear at times, but I think he's been playing much better than he has in a very long time. I just think that I think the experience from the Mavericks squads because you got Kyrie Irving who's an NBA champion, Luka who's been playing like an NBA champion his entire career. Yeah, he's been playing professional ball since he was 15 years old. So I mean, he's this dude. This dude was like what? He's only in his like sixth year in the NBA.
Hmm.
No,
That, something like that.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
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 something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, something like that. And he plays like he's been playing for 15 years in the NBA. That just speaks volumes to the fact that he's been able to play professional ball since he was 15 years old. I just think the way they've got that squad structured, it is almost impossible. I mean, you got to pick your poison when you play against Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Luka gonna do it all. Kyrie is still one of the best finishers I've ever watched.
Hmm.
His ball handling skills are second to none. And the dude's mentality, man, he'll put his foot right on your throat, and laugh all the way to the rim. Um, Big Sam, what do you think about that series? Because like I said, that series it resumes tomorrow night, for Game 4, where Dallas has an opportunity to close out that series. What are your thoughts on that series as well?
Yeah, I think Dallas will close out. Um, Minnesota might get away with one, maybe two, because they are that talented and that good. Um, and I watched the game last night, and it's going to be a big loss for them if he doesn't play. But Derek Lively, for the Mavericks, man. I've been watching him and the Mavericks throughout this entire playoffs, and they have been, him in particular, he's been playing fantastic basketball. Um, Especially, when they run that high pick and roll and they're blitzing Luca.
Yep.
He has been a fantastic playmaker in that action, not just catching lobs and dunking the ball, but making the correct pass, kicking it out. He's an absolute terror on the glass, offensive boards, defensive boards. He's going to rip them down. He's a very high energy guy. Um, so that's going to be a big loss for them if he doesn't play. So hopefully he can come back at least in time for the finals. But the Mavs are built to play playoff basketball, man. They are playing very physical. They've got a lot of guys that can defend. You know, um, they can rebound. They block shots. and then you got Luka and Kyrie making plays. I haven't seen Luka really make one bad play in this series, man. And I've watched every game. He's been absolutely dissecting them. Game winner in game two, dropping 30. Making the proper passes, just eating guys up. And then Kyrie, he said it, man. He's been here before. Shit, he went for 24 in the first half, and game one, I think, set the tone for him. They're going to close out the series, and I know I predicted the Timberwolves to win the finals. I might be leaning towards the Mavericks to win it all, man. I mean, I know Boston is a different beast, but I think Dallas might win it all if Lively is healthy and available for that series.
I mean, I can't really argue with that. And I mean, I think with all teams healthy, I think Dallas and Boston match up really well. I think that would make for a very, very good finals if that ends up being
Right.
so. I think those two teams match up extremely well. So I'm really excited to see about that or see that happen. Rashard, how are you feeling about this? You think
All right.
Dallas is gonna close her out?
Yeah, real quick. Dallas will close it out. Minnesota will play well tomorrow. If they were to win, they'll lose the next one. But I think Dallas will close it out. To see Kyrie playing good, like Sam said, Luka's not shooting no bad shots. I told somebody the other day when he got hurt, I said you have to think this injury is not going to bother Luka. He said, well, my boy was like, why? I said, Luka's not a fast player. Nobody speeds Luka up. Luka plays at his own speed. Luka's not a John Wall. He's not a fast player. So therefore, nothing's going to change.
Right.
We just know he's injured, but nothing's going to change. And no Porzingis, Boston's not going to be. And Porzingis makes a difference. Just like now, Lively almost cancels out if he can't get back. Porzingis is possibly, but if them two can get back, it goes 7. If Porzingis doesn't, Dallas wins in 5. I figured Dallas will win in 5. You got Kyrie, you got Luka. Come on, dude. What I do like about Boston, Tatum doesn't live and die by the 3. Brown doesn't do it. White doesn't do it. So I like the fact that they know when they're not on, they're not still forcing those shots like the Timberwolves. You can't go 0 for 8, man, and you the center. You didn't do it at Kentucky. They didn't draft you for that.
No.
Okay. All right. So
I agree with both of y'all. My thing is, like I said quickly, I think that's what the biggest difference I'm seeing with Boston. That's all they used to do. That's all Tatum and Brown wanted to do was try to shoot those threes. And it got themselves and the team out of a lot of games and opportunities.
a lot of chances to win the championship prior to this.
Yeah, I think that they have understood, and it's like I think it's like we were talking earlier when I was talking about some of my guys, and like I was telling you, Rashard, about one of my players who can just go. I mean, he's just phenomenal. It goes along the same lines of what I was telling him. Show off your entire arsenal. Stop, trying to shoot all these threes. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in the gym working on that post up 1 foot fadeaway, use it. You've been working on that 1-2 crossover, jab step back jump. Use it. You know what I'm saying? Use your full arsenal. What's the point in getting in the gym and working on all these different shots and everything if you don't use them in the game? Right. If you're not going to attempt to do it, you know what I'm saying? All you're going to do is stand out there and shoot threes. Then you know what? Just go to the gym and shoot threes for 3 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Become a specialist like Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, everybody remember Ray Allen. And the first part of his career, that dude was driving and dunking over everybody.
Driving and dunking. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus Shuttlesworth was getting in there. All right.
Yep.
But then after that, he got a little older, and he didn't even have like a real major injury or anything. He got a little older. It's like, hey, look, I ain't banging with these dudes. Let me go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
stick out and hit this three. Let me go ahead and get this three down. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just think that to me is the reason why I favor Boston a little bit more, because those guys are doing that. But you better not try to look past or think you're gonna get over on Luka or Kyrie.
Right.
And the way that squad is put together and the way they're playing, I can't I love my C's, man, but I wouldn't be able to argue about Dallas winning it all. Because they are that good. And I think with the aforementioned players, like we talked about with Porzingis and Lively, I think those two are huge difference makers for both those squads. So I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I hope both teams close out, and I do hope, like Rashard said, I hope we get a game 7. I hope we go 7. That's what I want to see.
Exactly.
That's definitely what I want to see.
Correct.
All right, so gentlemen, here's what we're gonna do. It's been a great show. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and close this bad boy off. Rashard, do you have any closing remarks for the people out here?
No, man, good show. Enjoyed it. Longer than what I was going to be on, but the conversation got good. So hey, I didn't get. I'm good. Enjoyed it
Yeah, good,
because
good.
I was getting off at 7:15, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all now. It's 8:25. So I'm being honest. That's it.
Oh, okay. Big Sam, you got anything to say?
Man, I'm excited for football, man. I'm ready for it to be here. There's been some good basketball being played.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was gonna be we were gonna be seeing sweeps in the conference finals, but damn. But
Green
I'll
one.
be excited though for the finals. Hopefully we do get that. Boston and Dallas matchup, and I think it'll go probably 6 or 7. So hopefully we see some pretty good basketball being played in that, and I'm excited for it, man.
I agree. I definitely agree. My closing remarks are going to be this. Um, if you're not doing anything tomorrow evening, 6 p.m., join me for the first, or actually second episode of a new podcast series I'm doing called The Coach's Corner, brought to you by Tri-State 66ers, where I'm gonna have one of my players come on, and we're gonna break down game film from a previous game that we played from last week. And I plan on doing this every week, to where I just bring in one of my players. We break down game film. We talk stuff. I might, if Rashard's open one of these nights, might have him come in there, chop it up with the young
Okay.
and do that. But that's gonna be tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, over on our YouTube channel, which is Tri-State 66ers 32, right there. Our Instagram page is 66er Nation. You can go follow us on that as well. But yeah, we have a lot of great games, a lot of great guys. We're doing our thing. So like I said, tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Central Time, join us over on the YouTube channel for the Coaches Corner. Um, Gentlemen, I really, definitely, thoroughly enjoyed this episode of the Birdman Sports Podcast. We definitely had some good laughs. Uh, Rashard took us down a trip of memory lane on the days of his college playing, or high school
Yep.
playing
Yep.
career, going into college, as well as our military basketball days. I'm still mad because I can't find my game film from when we played over there at that little dusty gym in Iraq,
Mm.
and I had
We
somebody
won the
recording the game.
championship though.
Yeah, we got the chip. That's all. I don't care. We got the chip. Hey! Especially when we put that 131 on
That's another story. All right, I'm about to
them.
go. I'm about to go. That's another story. I'm about to go. Yeah. We can open up the next show with the 131.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna talk it up. We're gonna chop it up on that one. But yeah, definitely want to thank everybody for joining us on this episode of the Birdman Sports Podcast. We will see you guys next week. Same sports channel, same sports time. Birdman out.
All right, guys. Later.
Later, bro.